Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the live stream where we review the watch list, trade the market open every day. Hope everyone had a super nice weekend and are ready to start trading today. It is Monday, the 10th of February, and it's 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means we've got another 15 minutes before the market opens at 9:30, and we'll wrap up after that, about 30 minutes after trading the opening bell. So this whole live stream, like always, should be about 45 minutes. Check out the video description below for some FAQs. Let's get to the watch list and also a few other things. So you'll probably notice I changed the title up. Oh, Sora, good morning. Hello, good to see you. You'll probably notice I changed a few things up, or not a lot, but I only have two tickers, and I said, best stocks to buy instead of stock watch list. And that's because I really want to focus, I want to narrow down this watch list a little bit. I mean, yeah, three was already a little, but I want to be even more focused on maybe one stock or two stocks. So like, what's the best stock to be trading right now? Carmela and Anis, good morning. And to do that, I want to basically go through my whole process with you guys live. I mean, we kind of do go through, in the past, we went through kind of half the process. I already had the stocks picked out and I kind of just went through the chart. So let's go kind of from the beginning now and figure out why I picked, what did I pick? VTVT and BNGO. So, and BNGO has been on our watch list several times in the past. So that's a former runner as well. So let's go quickly to the scanner. I ran this originally at about 8 a.m. I think it auto updated. Let me quickly check here. Yeah, so it's auto updated. Then all I did was I went here, said save as watch list, and then moved that watch list over here. So we see everything on this scanner right over here now. And I was just going through it quickly and I was looking, what looks the most interesting. And to do that, I just kind of, was going through each one as long as it fit kind of most of our criteria. This was actually not on our watch list. I just added this one because it was a gapper from yesterday. So let's just start with ONTX. And then I just kind of went through it. I was like, okay, what's moving? Why is what moving? Let's go and just, check out each one of these. Check out the, morning charts and they kind of go from there. So that's what I was doing. And eventually I stumbled upon VTVT. So we'll review that one as we get there. So this is just me, this morning, just kind of going through the watch list. And, seeing, can I find something that's, gapping up really nicely? So far, nothing really super nice besides maybe ONTX. This one, MGEN. Not really a gap and go, but could be a great support line bounce at that 0.76. This would have been a really good place to have a limit order near this breakout area from the day before. It would have been, hard to get an exact entry on here, but an entry under 0.8 could have been really, really interesting on this one. But again, that's not really what we're doing on this challenge. Looking over to, finding something that is gapping up and then, thinking, okay, this could be one. Let's think about this for a second. It's only gapping up about 10%, so not really that much. We're looking for kind of 20% and above, maybe 15%, but 10% is very light. And then it's not really trading much. And then, 255 million market cap, that's much bigger than what we want. 33 million shares outstanding. Again, yeah, I don't know. A little higher on the high end, but it's okay. With the stats, with the charts looking a little shaky. So let's just kind of keep going down here. And for some reason, my chart just reset. Okay, we got the daily chart, we got the 5-minute chart right here, and then we got the 1-minute chart. I'm still kind of going through it. This is what I was doing this morning. Here's a gapper from the day before. It's under $1. I typically don't want to be trading under $1, but kind of interesting. This is already getting in the exact kind of direction of what I'm looking for. So OGEN is definitely an interesting one. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and kind of highlight this one. 29 million market cap, 46 million shares outstanding. Pretty interesting. Let's keep going. AQST. Yeah, I don't know, nothing really too interesting. Kind of a high market cap, not really too much activity pre-market. GNPX, former runner, pulling back a little bit, finding some support near 1. Let's keep going. And then boom, I was like, what is this bad boy? VTVT. So from the day before, it closed around 211, and then ran all the way up here to 4.1. That's almost 100% rally. Really nice. And that's when I was like, okay, this is definitely going to be probably one of the top ones. And I just kind of kept going like that. I marked it for now, and then I kept going down the list. And the only other one I found that was really interesting was BNGO. OMX, I'll check out GM in a little bit, but GM is typically not something I want to be trading, but they have a pretty nice midterm chart, I would say. I think they're breaking past 12 or 13 right now, and it looks pretty nice. So I'll kind of add this to our watch list, but it's definitely not something that we're going to be probably day trading. Who knows? It's definitely not in our small cap challenge with a market cap of 48 billion. So yeah, so I found VTVT, and this is kind of what I want to focus on with you guys on this, the morning, that first 15 minutes of this live stream is kind of now, like, this is already what I would have done before. And, I would just talk about the news and the warrants and all that stuff. So I figured let's just do that together in here. Hey, Tommy, doing good. Hope you're doing as well. Good as well. So what are we looking at? So first, this thing really meets our criteria. 140 million market cap, 66 million shares outstanding. And at first I was like, you know what? I really want to be trading something under 50 million shares outstanding. Or float, 50 million float, something less than a 50 million float, which is different than shares outstanding. Basically, shares outstanding is still the total amount of shares outstanding, but a float is how many shares are actually available to trade. So, sometimes shares are locked up. Sometimes if a large fund, like a 401k fund, has a bunch of these shares, those are not considered part of the float anymore because those are not, readily available to trade. So things like that gets taken out. And then I was like, oh wow, look at this, VTVT. Let me just move this over to FinViz for a second here. They have a float of 3.8 million. So this is exactly what we're looking for. And at first I was like, why is this thing gapping up so much with such a big float? It shouldn't be moving that aggressively. And that's when I was like, okay, well, their float is tiny. Their shares outstanding was just a little bit big. If any of you guys have found a way yet to calculate the float on TD Ameritrade, definitely let me know, because I've been doing a bunch of searching the last few weeks and I have yet to find an answer. Maybe there's a calculation that can be applied, maybe something that scrapes the news from FinViz. There has to be a way. I just don't believe that there's not a way. Actually, now I think about it, I haven't asked their support yet, so I should probably reach out to their support. That's usually the first thing I do after a few Google searches. So yeah, looking really good. They have some nice news as well. So let me quickly go to the news. A lot of pre-market stuff. So they're up pre-market from phase 2 results from a study. It is a USA biotech. So yeah, everything's there. I mean, good catalyst, low float. This is definitely going to be the top runner of today. So let's see how much more it has in it. 90% is maybe a little bit overextended. So, pre-market, I was thinking maybe we'll get a little pullback here. But so far we haven't really had one. So I might, want to get aggressive with this one out of the gates. Long-term chart, a lot of selling off. That's typical to see that, especially with a low float, because, if they don't reverse splits and whatnot. What I'm a little weary about is this 180-day moving average coming in, because we've had, struggles breaking out from that 180-day moving average. So just want to keep an eye out for that. We are well above it though. And, a pullback back to this 180-day could be interesting as well. But right now I'm looking for a pullback back to this kind of top level of support right here near $3. So yeah. This will probably be one of our top plays for today. And then let's just check out, actually, before we do that, let me quickly check here. Quickly check their financial statements. Let's see if we have any, warrants out or something like that. Let's see what we can find. So I'm just pulling up their 10Q right now. See if they have any warrants out here. So here's a classic warrant case. 1.68 share. We're well past that area. Let's see if we can see any exercise prices. Here's one. 38,000 shares at 5.92 with an exercise price. So just gotta, keep that in mind. So close to $6. Big resistance potential, and it kind of makes sense because look, $6, huge gap down area, and we came back up there. A lot of resistance, probably those shares that were able to be exercised in this area. So $6, I probably don't see that thing or BNGO running past $6 today. And you know what? We're actually looking at the wrong ticker right now. And boom, similar situation. Right here, $6. You can see. Big sell-off happened here, gap up move, and just completely got crushed. So, we'll keep an eye out for that $6 range for today, for sure. So let's see if we have a little pullback here, and then if we break past pre-market highs. I'm going to be looking to trade this with about 300 shares, so let's see what happens. BNGO, going to be a little cautious on. I do have a limit order at 1.08, but I think I'm going to be removing that. And I'm looking to do, I'm actually going to be focusing on trying to do 2 trades a day, no more than that, which would allow me again to trade over $1,000. So if you guys see me trading over $1,000, that's why. I'll talk about that a little bit more in the recap video. Let's quickly check the scanner one last time here. Saw some new stuff. We have 3 new stocks. We have, I think C just popped up. Whoops, spelled that wrong. PLAG. Is PEI new? I think PEI is new. We got 2 more minutes till the market opens. Let's just kind of check out all these things. So we have GEM from OMX wanted us to check this one out. Yeah, okay, nice little move to the upside here. Nice little pre-market pop for this large cap, especially after pulling back so much. So pretty good move. Yeah, interesting. Big support here at 33 for sure. But again, we're not going to be trading this one. I just kind of wanted to check it out. PEI, probably won't be trading this one. Let's check out Seed very quickly. Seed has a really nice amount of shares outstanding, very small. Big support at 6. This could be really interesting. Big pullback there. Probably won't be trading this one, but let me put an alert here. I think Plaque was the other one. Yeah, Plaque, slow mover, but interesting stuff. Okay, so again, VTVT is the one I really want to be focusing on. So you got 30 more seconds till the market opens. We got our 300 shares ready to go. If we wanted to enter right around here, the position size would be a bit more aggressive, obviously at 1.1. $1,000 position size, but that's fine. I don't want to be scramming for that because, we're $20 over our ideal allocation. So let's see what happens here. All right, guys, 11 more seconds till the market opens. Good luck, everyone. You can see on the daily, we've gapped up a lot. Big volume coming in so far. 390. Bit of resistance, 500, big resistance there. Woo, big move here. 8% already. We got clear skies above if it could kind of hold the highs here. So let's see what happens. Ooh, that's a big dip. Don't really like to see that. All right, so that first move was a 10% pop. Want to be a little bit careful, but nice big volume on that first. Definitely some big resistance coming in here. Wasn't really able to maintain that high. So yeah, VTVT has the most dollar volume so far. ONTX is coming into second place, with BNGO not too far below. If we can get a little pop to 3.6, I would probably enter there. Let's see. All right. All right, so that was a 1 minute pullback. Can we break back above 410 maybe? It was good opening volume, but again, a little overextended in my eyes, so I'm trying to be a little bit more cautious on this one. Let's see, it's dipping down a little bit. VWAP is kind of holding it, but it's looking a little bit shaky. Maybe a little bit less volume than you would hope for. Just going to keep watching this for big sellers. Back above 4. No, I don't think I would feel comfortable buying into this right now. Go ahead. ONTX starting to kind of gain some momentum here, but I want to keep kind of watching VTVT. Nice little pullback I think we just saw for a second there. Let's see what happens now. Possibly one more pullback could happen any moment. Fast pullback, but we just missed that entry. Kind of a common theme lately. I don't think this pullback's over, but let's see what happens. I would have been getting out already. That would have been a 3% profit, so really small profit, but would have been exactly what I was looking for. Balance is struggling for sure. Yep, major resistance, OMX for sure. So this dipped all the way down to 57. 4% bounce, 5% bounce, pulling up a little bit. That could have been the trade. That could have been the one right there, but was a little bit too cautious, I gotta say. I felt it coming, but we missed it, unfortunately. Put my limit order back on 27. ONTX moving up really nicely. We had a nice little 1 minute pullback, broke past former highs, big resistance above. Oh, what did I just click on? That is not what I wanted to be clicking on. Create alert. I want to put an alert here if it would go over. ONTX 16th Annual Investor Conference. BNGO at 1.16. Not looking too bad. Let's quickly check it out. Nice move higher. This is about a 6% move. It's not moving nearly as much as VTVT, so that's one thing to really consider. All right, VTVT is pulling back again. This whole pullback that happened in 2 candles was about a 12% move. If we get a similar move, that would put us around 3.3 maybe. $3.3 is definitely long-term support, former resistance. Want to watch out with these. We had a tricky one like this on Friday actually, and yeah, kind of cost us a little bit of a trade because we just didn't close it out quick enough. Although technically it would have been green trade, but it was a very small profit. Seed that we were looking at is dipping. Not a lot of dollar volume on it though. I don't think we're going to be touching it. Let's quickly look at it for a second. Yeah, it's falling off a cliff right now. Again, $6, I think on this one could be tremendous support, and I would maybe even consider trading it near $6. Whoa, what a fast little crash, huh? Still watching VTVT? Yeah, Isaiah, I couldn't agree more. 100%. I feel like a lot of these, maybe some of the companies are kind of waiting till the coronavirus is kind of situated a little bit more and contained before they maybe release some PRs or coming out with something, because they don't want the general market to be affecting maybe their rallies or something like that. I don't know, some speculation, but yeah, totally agree. 365. Getting a bit of a dip here. 3.6 might get taken out any moment. Unless we have a little bit of a red to green move. Let's see here. We've been getting kind of a lot of pullbacks these last few mornings. It's trying to break back to the upside. This could be it. I don't think I'm going to be trading this one. I see a little bit too much risk in this trade. Should have been a little bit more aggressive at the 3.6. I should have just put my limit order there. You know, we did identify this, you know, 3.6 area was big support, so we could have sold pretty quickly for 3, 4, even 5% profit if we got at the perfect exit. But, you know, I don't really believe in perfect exits all the time. I think, you know, it'll mess you up if you just kind of focus on trying to get a perfect exit. So would have been the good way to go. All right, it is 9:41, 11 minutes now since the market opened. All right, I'm going to watch this out of the corner of my eye. And in the meantime, so it's right now at 3.7. Let's see if it starts dipping. In the meantime, I'm going to just run a scan, see what kind of stocks are moving in general across the market. VTVT is definitely the top one. ONTX, INO. We definitely have all the big ones on our watch list. Here's one maybe to consider, ESCC. Just going to throw that one up. $13 million market cap, 11 million shares outstanding, tiny volume. It looks like this one maybe had a reverse split or something. What happened here? It's a huge increase, but it's not moving. Don't really know what's going on. Ugh, extremely light volume. VTVT is still at 3.7. Phew, I would not feel comfortable in this position right now. I'm not gonna lie. But hey, the market likes to get people on the wrong side of the trade, so maybe because I feel like it's a sketchy trade, could be the one to go for. But I don't know. I don't think it doesn't fit into anything that I'm looking for, so I'm gonna go ahead and not be trading it just yet. Although I think there's a good chance I might do a double top near 4. Let's see what happens here. Hello, Sebastian. 3.77. Okay, breaking up now a little bit. 3.8 major resistance. Let's see what happens. Coming up to the VWAP, which should act as potential new resistance here. 3.8 just in general was a support zone for a while, right around this area. So getting aggressive on VTVT maybe right in the morning would have been the ticket. Maybe score a little bit of 5% upside. I don't know. It was a fast mover. It would have been pretty sketchy, but it looks like that could have been the one. Big resistance at $4 really kind of kept me at bay though, and that's a big reason I didn't trade it. All right, we're dipping to the downside now. Let's see what kind of bigger move we might get. $15 minutes now since the market opened. A little shy of those big runners this morning, you know? Good thing we didn't get overly aggressive, I think, this morning. I don't know. Everything in general isn't really super interesting. BNGO, though, maybe buying that near that 1.11 support would have been a pretty good idea, but that would have had to be a pre-market buy, so, you know, questionable as well. VTVT dipping now. Let's see what we get. 3.7. Something tells me that this trade may collide with ending the live stream at 10. Well, let's see what happens. While we're taking a nice little breather, guys, if you enjoy this live content, and maybe even if you enjoy that new way we have the watch list in the morning, consider leaving a like. I definitely appreciate it. If you're new here and you want to see more trades like this, or well, we didn't trade yet, but we probably will soon, and you want to see more, you know, top picks of the day, definitely consider subscribing. I would love to have you join the challenge. All right, let me not get too distracted here. We've had multiple attempts higher right now, so we kept on trying to break past 3.75, 3.8, constantly getting rejected. I don't know if I would be holding this if I was long, let's say at 3.6 or something like that. I probably would have been, you know, already out of this one. We had nice buying volume, but this candle was constantly getting sold into as well. So I think a lot of this buying volume is actually selling volume, and I'd be a little bit weary. Maybe it's good to potentially reduce some position size so you're not so stressed out about it. I remember end of November, end of December, I think it was December, I got a little annoyed with my, you know, position sizing, and I decided to just completely reduce my position size, and that allowed me to have really one of the best months in January, because I was no longer overly stressed about any one trade. So could help. Also, you gotta remember that, you know, this is gonna take at least, you know, 3 to 6 months before there's like a solid foundation to build off upon, and at that point you can really start growing the account. But it's like anything else you want to do in this world, you know, it takes some time to get good at. I've even been trading for, you know, many years, and breakout trading is something I've never really dove into, and that's why I made a whole entire challenge out of it. And I understood I'm giving myself kind of like 8 months to just, you know, kind of build the foundation for it, because I understand that there's definitely going to be a steep learning curve and I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. So 200 shares per day. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. That's almost like what I'm doing right now. Especially last week. Last week we were doing like $600-800 position sizes. Oh, that was tiny. Not as much activity as I was hoping for, guys. I'm still waiting for VTVT to dip. Might have it right here. Let's see what happens. $3.6 holding. Thanks, Zor. I appreciate you guys coming out every day. It's super fun trading with you guys. 3.62. A slow mover. I could like go to a spa and trade VTVT. This is a little bit of a snoozer. Oh, can't speak anymore. Also, one thing to remember about day trading, which I don't really practice myself, is you don't have to trade every day. Actually, trading every day is usually a bad idea, but since we have a cash account, I'm trying to alternate our trades, and I'm trying to get in the mood to constantly be looking at the market every day. So I decided to trade every day, but you know, it's also gotten me in some sticky positions. So if I just, you know, finger off the trigger a little bit, I think we would have already had a much better February. So, you know, if it's not a good day, you don't have to trade. So, you know, if I don't make any trades today, I should almost try to do that, because I haven't done that in a long time. I've been so just antsy to constantly be trading. And I've definitely noticed that it has not been good. Choppy day, guys, today. I mean, look at Plaque. This kind of sums up the whole trading day, huh? It's just a little bit of everything. Nice support at 2.2. Interesting chart here. Purchase agreement at 2.6, yeah. Don't really like the news that much. 3.6 with VTVT. Still waiting for this one to crack. I don't know if it will. That support is really strong, but there's no way I would be trading this to the upside right now. That's right, Tommy. Don't forget to smash that like button. Man, I am super ready for us to have a breakout trade. I feel like it's been too long. I've been a little bit overly conservative in the mornings, which is good, I guess, to some extent, but it's also bad for the strategy as a whole. I need to and this is an aggressive strategy, so I can't be too laissez-faire when it comes to trading the market open. All right, here we go. This thing's got me having all sorts of feelings right now. 0.6, 3.6. Getting a bit of a dip. Last dip was about 12, 13%. I don't really think it's going to pull back to 3.3. I think this former breakout area at like 3.32 might be much better, but I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. 3.57, definitely. There's a lot of buyers. I feel like VTVT just wants to fall, but people just don't let it. So this could be a dangerous stock for many people. This is like one of those classic stocks that you buy and you're just constantly waiting for a bounce and it pulls back another 3%. You're waiting for a bounce, pulls back another 5%. At the end of the day, you're down like, I don't know, 30%, and you're like, what? So, you know, classic example of you got to cut your losses, especially with, you know, something that's selling off like this in the morning. Still waiting for that crack, but we just don't really seem to be getting it. BNGO back to 1.12. This is kind of where I was talking about getting that potential entry, but you know, the percentage gains on this one are tiny, 3%, you know, perfect bottom top on that candle. It's not really what we want to be looking for. VTVT 3.6. Come on, what's going on? We want to see a bounce. Seed, guys, is just constantly crashing. It was a good thing that we didn't end up going for this one. Just a slow market. Whew. Well, since it's 3:54, I think I could have a sip of coffee. What's up, Manuel? Let's check it out. INO. VTVT 3.63. I'm going to mark this one. I do like the fact that we had some sort of base here at 3.3. Broke higher in the morning and then made a flag pattern here. This looks really good. Good call, Emmanuel. Really nice. 5% move so far. They get an FDA okay to start trial. Okay, that's good news. Not to mention that giant pullback it's recently had. I think 3.79 is really the area we want to watch out for. Yeah, definitely has a bit more upwards potential. I think we kind of missed this one. Emmanuel, really good call on this one. I should have been browsing probably a little bit harder. This is a classic ABC pattern, and then we broke out from this here. This could have been a nice 1 minute pullback right here. I was so fixated on VTVT, but really nice, INO for sure. Former breakout area here at about 3.4. Emmanuel, did you trade? Did you trade INO? Looks really solid. I'm kind of upset I missed that first breakout right here. Not moving too much, not the most dollar volume either, but it's one of the more promising stocks for sure. ONTX also had a nice run up, but then big pullback. All right, getting a 1 minute pullback right now. We had a nice 5 minute breakout right here. Really nice breakout. I'm kind of upset I missed that one. This is classic. I think there's a really good chance we might break that high just now at 3.55, but a little bit not anymore what I want to be trading at this point. Just missed that one, huh? Maybe I'll trade it for the second half of the morning. We got another hour of trading in us. I'm going to wrap up trading at 11 o'clock. VTVT 3.57. Yeah, it's unfortunate we both missed it, huh? Good call though. I think next time I'm going to be perusing the top dollar volumes a little bit harder. What's the float on INO? Let's see here. I really don't like that I even have to look that up. Okay, 96 million, so that's why it's moving a little bit slower. Just, keep that in mind. These breakouts might be a little weaker. Plus, there's not a lot of volume behind the breakouts. Just not really something that I want to get behind, but I do really like this this triangle breakout right here, this ABC pattern. VTVT, guys, pulling back right now. Like I said, 3.3 is kind of where I was thinking might be a better entry, maybe 3.33. There's just so many buyers behind this thing. $3.4, big support as well. Former pullback zone. See what kind of entry we can maybe get here. Watching the volume. Big volume at 3.3. Big sellers coming in. 3.33. A lot of buyers. $3.35. Price is already moving up. $3.36. Reversal. Looks like it might be happening. Just gonna wait for maybe one more rebound. Still a lot of selling volume. Just entered at 29. Not looking for a lot of profit. I want to get out of this trade relatively quickly. Looks like it's pulling back. Still pulling back in this area. Our original entry at 3.28 probably would have been a little bit better. Trying to still reverse here. Got to watch out with this one, guys. Down about $6. 330 could be the bounce zone. Let's see what kind of bounce we get. Again, I'm really not expecting too much out of this one. It's a really aggressive sell-off that we had. This is just like Jan and the other one. What was the other ticker? Talk about it in the recap. $3.29, still seeing some big resistance. 3.3, kind of holding in this area. Getting a little bit of the bounce potential right now. 17, 18. Very weak bounce, guys. Very weak bounce. Let's see how much. 3.8, big resistance there. Looks like they removed the limit order for now. Price falling back already again. This was even weaker than I was expecting. I was already expecting a weak bounce, but this was really we only had one small little green candle here, volume. Not a lot, guys. I'm gonna let this have one more try. Other words, I'm probably gonna be closing out at 3.5. 3.7, some big resistance there. Trying to get out of 3.37. Try to get out of 3.36. All right, we're out. 2% profit on this one. It could keep bouncing, guys. This thing could go all the way back to 3.4. It could go all the way back to 3.6. I just, you know, on Friday we had like the exact same setup and it was just really, really weak. Now we're back. Okay, so now we're moving up a little bit. I don't know. I don't really want to be part of this one anymore, to be honest. I'm happy we're out of this trade. Small profit. I don't know. More or less a scratch. I was really waiting for a stronger bounce and we just didn't get that. So maybe I was a little bit too aggressive on the entry. I don't know. That was just a tough trade. Really pulled back heavy. That's just how it is sometimes. Yeah, PLAG, light bombs, good call. Is having another one of these pullbacks. Look at this, looks really, really good. I don't think I'm going to be trading it. I don't like to be trading these bigger pullbacks at 410-ish. I have not had good luck with that, so I probably won't be trading it. But I think, you know, a potential buy near this former breakout area could be really, really good at 6.7 or something like that. So I think that's what I'm going to be looking for. If we want to trade this one, we need a bigger position size. Well, let's see what kind of dip we get on this one, actually. Really good call. Yeah, they had the agreement here. Not my favorite news, but market cap 22 million, shares outstanding 7.8 million, everything I'm looking for. INO, guys, like we were talking about, had a nice little pullback and ripped back to the upside here. Really, really solid stuff. Again, you know, big resistance here at 3.6, 3.7. I don't think I'm going to be trading it, but I could be totally wrong on it for sure. Good luck anyone that's trading this one. I think a pullback might be really nice on this. I might be looking for a pullback on this one as well. I like that plaque has more potential because one candle is about 11% sometimes. This candle right here is really aggressive, 12%. So a bit more what we're looking for, while INO, some of these perfect moves on INO aren't really that strong. I mean, this perfect move right here, many candles, you know, that's a 5% move. So it's just not nearly as aggressive as I would want. PLAG, plaque back at 2.9. VTVT, you know, this was a pretty fun trade. It did break out higher. So here we go. This is originally where I wanted to exit at 3.41. We would have got that. So we left maybe 2% on the table. I don't know, guys. It was a slow one. So I'm going to be wrapping up the live stream shortly here. I kind of let it go a little bit longer than our typical 10 o'clock. So I'm going to be wrapping up the live stream right now, probably. I was thinking about letting the live streams run a little bit longer because since I wrap up trading at 11, that's basically trading another 50 minutes. So I don't know. Let me know if you guys are interested in just, you know, watching me a little bit longer. I will probably be still wrapping up at 10. To me, I like to have a little bit more peace of quiet. I like to open a second trading screen. Sometimes I also need to run to the restroom, and I feel like, you know, that's a good time to do it. All right, guys. Looks like we're finally making moves to the upside here. PLAG looks really nice. That's a 9% move already. That's what we want. Having a 5-minute break, 5-minute pullback here. Sometimes waiting for those 5-minute pullbacks and buying the first 1 minute, 1 minute pullback from a breakout of a 5-minute setup is the pattern you want to look for. I just really don't like doing that from 10 to 10:15. All right, you guys are all the consensus is in. Yeah, cool. I kind of felt like I also was rushing the exits sometimes in the last few weeks, but according to my Garmin watch, my heart rate was flying through the roof, and I didn't also want to pass out live. PLAG looks really good. I don't think I'm going to be trading it, but like I really do want to. It's like must trade. I've been skunked on so many of these. Like I know if I saw that in time, I would have probably traded that breakout. But PLAG, since it's from 10 to 10:15, the amount of times I've been skunked on these breakouts is just heartbreaking. So I don't know. It might break out, but I guess I won't be on board with it, unfortunately. So I made 20 bucks today. It's not too bad. I could buy lunch. I could buy 4 lunches in Berlin. In New York City, I could buy half a lunch. Just grab a drink, go to the bathroom, not a big deal. All right, fair enough. Tommy, really funny. All right, let me get focused again. This is exactly how we missed INO. Me rambling. Guys, VTVT, man. If we just held this one a little bit longer, I just had such a sour taste in my mouth with the one we traded on Friday, which, I could have closed it for 3% and I held it a little bit longer, and then we had to take a loss on it. So that was really, really annoying. I'm going to be watching this one though. I think, what was that stock? I can't even remember the ticker. What was that? It's on my YouTube channel. 1 second, let me check it. YTEN, that's what it was. Check out this freaking schnitzel right here. This one, basically the exact same thing as VTVT. Big morning rally. And also after so basically 57%, but also, late afternoon, big rally. And we bought the bounce near big support. And guess what? It went up about 3% and then pulled back really, really hard. So let's see where it pulled back to. It pulled all the way back to kind of about 8.4. Yeah, that would have been really hard to figure that out. I don't know. Big support though, I guess at 8.4. We had some entries and exits and a bunch of other nonsense in this area. PLAG. So it tried to break out, but it didn't really work. That's unfortunate. But still, if you bought the bottom near 2.8 and you're anticipating a breakout and you just sold as resistance came in here, you would have had 3 tries. You would have had 3 attempts to sell, and all of those attempts you could have made 7%. But, you know, obviously buying these, you're looking to buy the breakout. So you would have probably bought right here, wouldn't sell here, and maybe all of a sudden be down 3%. You know, it's just like, it's super annoying, these kind of setups. So I don't know. VTVT, trying to break my heart. I swear, if VTVT pulls back to 3.6, I'm probably going to shed it here. That would have been an 8% return. I don't know. So basically, we just have a scratch on our record. I don't know. It was a win, but it was a small win. Waiting for a pullback on PLAG. We had a nice breakout at 2.6. I'm being a little bit more conservative with an entry at 2.57. Let's see what else is moving here. Running the scanner quickly. Dollar volume still calculating. ONTX. Wow, big bounce here on ONTX, near 55. 5%. Small move though. Like that move is just not really what we want. Let's see what GM is doing. I know this was kind of an interesting one this morning. Okay, gap up and really pulled back quite extensively. Markets are all up, not too much though. Bitcoin's up a little bit, back above 10,000. VIX is neutral. VTVT trying to make me cry. Here we go. PLAG pulling back a little bit. 2.7 right now. Okay, well, I think the pullback is over, guys. That was really short-lived. Yeah, big support in this area, guys. Really, really big support. Probably should just got a bit more aggressive here, understanding that 2.68 is the support level. Maybe even arguing that 2.7 is the support level, right? We had multiple tops here. We had a failed breakouts, a little fake out here in this area. We had, again, some more fake outs, and then, you know, just a retest. And then finally, we had a big breakout, right? So the pullback to this area would have been the entry. So yeah, we'd be up 3% already. Too conservative on my end. I'm just gonna wait one more time. Maybe this thing will pull back one more time, because you know what these stocks like to do. They like to mess with your mind. It's kind of fun trading again a little bit longer. I remember in the beginning of this challenge, we'd do like a hour and a half, 2 hour long live stream. But hey, you know, sometimes if there's good information in it, then why not? $2.75. Pulling back. Pullbacks are getting weaker. Big support under 2.5. Are you guys all front running me right now? Is that what's going on with PLAG? Every time it tries to pull back, you guys are dip buying it, not letting me get my entry. Darn. Bada boom, bada bing. 2.7. Trying to pull back. Big buyers in this one. I might have to get a little bit more aggressive. 3.5. Markets are green. VTVT back to 3.5. Yep. So guys, I got out way too early on this one. Way too early. Could have been a 7% profit. Oh well. I should have held it just a little bit longer. I would have had to hold it 2 more minutes. Nice, Carmela, really good. I really was traumatized with that trade on Friday because I decided to hold it a little bit longer, and that was my mistake. Although technically it did end up pulling back up, so I just ended up getting out at a really annoying spot, and I didn't want to go through that again. Oh well, I'll take my 20 bucks. On Friday we dipped below 5,000 a little bit, so I need a haircut. My hair is flaring in the back. It's getting really long. VTVT. So I really think PLAG formed somewhat of a base here, and I don't really know if we're going to be breaking out of it anymore. Man, you know, really getting aggressive with VTVT right in the beginning would have been probably the most interesting ticket. You know, buying this breakout at 3.85 and just, you know, even selling into some big resistance here at 4. Just selling into the break from 4 would have been such an aggressive move, though. Oh man, I don't know if I could have done that. We'll get there eventually. PLAG volume really disappearing. If we have one more dip from this area, I would love to jump in on it. So let's see what happens here. 2.76, still waiting for that. Come on. $2.75. It's almost been a full hour of trading now. We're at, what time are we? We're at 10:22 Eastern Standard Time. Markets opened at 9:30. I already feel myself getting a little bit more delirious. The light is kind of in my eyes. So let's see what happens here. I'll probably wrap up the live stream in a few moments. Still seeing if PLAG could be a little bounce. $2.7 big buyers, but let's see if they get chipped away right now. This is the big retest. Definitely some chipping happening, but I don't think it's going to be very strong. It's actually 423 by me as well. You can see right here at the lower end. I'm in Berlin. 6 hours ahead of the Eastern Standard Time zone. 6.68, guys. We are pulling back right now a little bit. I thought I had my order at 57. I did not. I had it at 53. VTVT pulled back to 3.38. 2.62 on PLAG. Looks like some big support just kind of came in there. This is volume in general is drying up at this point of the day. This could be a little bounce again. Back to that 15-minute EMA. Not really sure. I was hoping for a little bit more of a pullback. Yeah, I should have been more aggressive, like I said in the beginning. Right here, 2.63, very foreseeable somehow. I don't know. It's a very slow mover though. Very slow. I don't like that usually. I'd be freaking out right now if I was long this bounce. Boom, there's the pop. VTVT pulling back. Man, you know what? This one was like, we really kind of watched this one happen in slow motion in front of our eyes. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, let me check it out. 52-week low today, blockchain MP, EOLS. $320 million market cap, 33 million shares outstanding. Really nice dip at 9.59, or just 9.5 in general. Bounce back up. Percentage returns are just a little bit light. I'm not sure what the news is on this one. Securities initiates coverage on with buy rating, $20 price target. Oh, okay, buy rating. That's always good. It's always good when it's upgraded. Price target, $20 share. Evolus. I actually don't know that one. Good question, Tommy. Are you in the Discord chat? If you're not in the Discord chat, just email me at alex@enslo.com. My contact information is in the link below, or the video description below. I'll be sure to answer your email right away, and we can always figure out a PM situation, maybe like not Facebook, what's it called? Instagram. EOLS, yeah. I don't know. The fact that they got a buy rating is pretty interesting. This could be a good long, hold. Having a nice little pullback here, I think this could really break higher. The problem with this one for the gap and go strategy, it's really slow mover. I think this thing could maybe reach 12 again. Big resistance there. Oftentimes these things like to retest. Just a slow mover in general though, but big support here. Really, really big support. 10. Then again at 9.6, so we're really in this support channel right now. So it's a really good sign. Could be a great buy. I just don't know anything about EOLS. I have no idea. That was just a very loose technical analysis. PLAG, guys. It pains me that we kind of missed this one somehow. I felt like this dip was super obvious. I was just a little bit too conservative. That would have been a 5% bounce. We could have ended with a cumulative of like 7% today, just being a little bit more aggressive. Ridiculous. I know, guys. Another one that I kind of snoozed on. Really nice bounce on this one. You don't really see this often. This is not something you see every day. So, what if we traded this one? I have no idea. Probably not. And then ONTX. I think the thing about ONTX is just, obviously sub dollar, and I typically don't trade sub dollar. VTVT, we just sold a little bit too early. BNGO. BNGO does. You know, we did have that limit order at right around here, 1.08. So right now, it's a good thing we removed it. It's so sketchy. VT is going to be pulling back probably for the rest of the day. PLAG having a little bounce right here in this area. My God, I just realized I had 2 limit orders open. It's really not okay. Let's see if we can get one more crack. And after that, I'm definitely going to be wrapping up the live stream. Went a little bit longer than I expected. 2.54, some resistance. I don't know, 2.73, 50. There's a 500, what is that slot size? Let's think about this for a second. If my 350 orders shows us 4, so basically just add a 0. So somebody's selling 50,000 shares at 2.73. Just got to watch out with that. It's not really something you want to be seeing. Someone clearly is unloading. Yeah, but actually, no problem. I'm sorry if I couldn't help you more. I don't know anything about the company. But, you know, technically big support underneath for sure. So if we don't get a dip soon here, I'm just not going to be, I'm probably not going to trade it anymore. Which means we'll have 3 trades for tomorrow. So that's pretty cool, right? Oh, here we go. What's going on? 2.6 just acted as support one last time. I'm going to remove my limit order for now. I don't really know how I feel about this one yet. I got to think about this again, kind of reassess it. Looks like it kind of formed a little bit of a bear flag right here. Just big resistance under this area. 12% pullback we had on that one. What did we have over here from top to bottom? 18% pullback. So we get like a 14%. Yeah, I think 5.3 could be big support. I don't know, 2.5. I think 2.5 could be a huge reversal. Light bombs. Yeah, I do live in the USA, but right now I'm in Berlin, where I spend a mixed time of the year. I don't know. It's different every year. This year, I've obviously been here so far, but typically I leave Berlin, especially when the weather's like this. That's why all my videos have been so gray. So yeah, a bit of a snoozer. I cannot say that word. This is also when trading gets a little bit dangerous. You've already been looking at the market too long. You're mentally a little bit fatigued. You could start making some mistakes. I've noticed I made a lot of mistakes from 10. Actually, I would say like 11 to 2 p.m. just because my eyes will start getting red. So it's really a little bit too long. Yeah, 434. I think I might be wrapping up stuff here. I might leave a limit order out at 34. So let's see, maybe in this area. I might be more aggressive and enter now. It's tough to say. It's pulling up a little bit. I like the percentage moves on this one. Yeah, it's a little bit too low, I think. Strong pullback though. Really aggressive sell-off. All right, I think I'm going to be wrapping up the live stream now. I don't really think we're going to probably do another trade. I kind of have a limit order out here just to kind of remind myself, or if there's a flash crash, but things are looking a little bit light. VTVT also, I don't know, I sold this one a little bit too early, but I was really nervous we were going to have a kind of a continuation from what we had before, and I would have felt really ridiculous. So I just decided to, get out of this trade. So definitely left some money on the table, but whatever. We just didn't really have a strong breakout today. So I really hope, maybe tomorrow we're going to get it, but it's totally fine just to wrap up trading. At least we snagged one today, even though it was really, really small. Yeah, it was good fun trading with you guys. Maybe we will get one more trade, but again, like I said, I'm a little bit skeptical of that. INO is just, just keeps on going. This is why, it's important that everyone makes up their own mind, because this is where I was already not wanting to trade it, and it's ran up 11% since then. So guys, it's all about understanding why you want to do certain trades, and then, figuring out what works for you. And then if I can help you guys build out a strategy, that's, all the cooler, but you got to figure it all out on your own. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I will see you then for tomorrow. I'm going to go massage my eyes for a little bit. So till next time, guys. If you're new here, also don't forget to subscribe. I would really love to have you again. And yeah, leave a like if you haven't done so already. All right, guys, enough of me. Until next time, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.